Hi, Horror Mac here, and today I'm going to talk about my favorite new-to-me horror movies that I've seen so far in 2025. First up is Juan Lopez Moctezuma's Alucarda. This supernatural film is a quintessential entry in Mexican horror cinema, as well as a staple in the demonic subgenre, utilizing dramatic aesthetics involving nuns and possession in a stone cave-like convent in crypts in the woods. It follows two girls and their relationship with each other and powerful otherworldly forces. Lush with demonic atmosphere, Alucarda flows with a breezy 78-minute runtime. It's a phenomenal movie to hang out with and let the vibes wash over you. The next few movies all have very intentional and impressive use of lighting and color, which are some of my favorite things that movies can employ. Starting out with Frank Henenlotter's 1988 film, Brain Damage. The main character Brian's internal mental conflicts are externalized through the brain-like parasite Almer in this grungy, neon cityscape. The blue lighting and the shot compositions are the standout here. While being campy fun, there is also an interesting variety of emotional expression in the film, with some hints toward Faustian escapism. Brain Damage is delightfully packed with charming and uncanny practical effects, specifically Henenlotter's puppetry. Let's talk about Thomas S. Alderman's The Severed Arm. This tragically underseen 1970s proto-slasher centers cave explorers who, when trapped, draw straws to decide who will suffer a grim fate, having his arm cut off for the group to cannibalize. However, when they're rescued soon after the deed is done, the repercussions of their violent action remain. The performances in the film are compelling, as the men exist in an atmosphere of tension and paranoia, wondering who will be targeted next. Impressive craft is on display here. There are effective uses of shadows to convey the fear weighing over the characters, and it is also notable how angles are used. For example, in this scene, shot from above, and then this cut to below. These shots use lines to add structure and a feeling of confinement. The film uses colors that pop and employs lively cinematography to convey a sense of momentum throughout. You should definitely check out The Severed Arm. The story is gripping and the style enhances it, especially during the kill scenes. Next up is Creatures from the Abyss. This unique 90s Italian horror follows a group of teens as they board an apparently abandoned yacht, but they get a lot more than they bargained for. Blending creepy science fiction and 90s technology aesthetics, Creatures presents tonal clashes of cheesiness and genuine terror. This nautical setting, awash with neon lights, incorporates weird, endearing sound effects, scary, practical monster props, and frenetic editing and cinematography that takes fisheye lenses to another level. Kick back and check out this boat trip gone completely wrong. This is Dr. Caligari, directed by Steven Sayedian, who directed mostly adult films. Although this is his sole departure from that industry, there are still artful sexual elements in the sub and supertext here. 1989's Dr. Caligari is an impassioned revisioning of the 1920 film, The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, which is a classic I highly recommend. It's a silent film that came out of the German Expressionist movement, which is known for its dynamic use of harsh angles and shadows. Dr. Caligari follows the original doctor's granddaughter as she treats a woman who has a disease of the libido. The 1989 movie's surrealist, handcrafted environment utilizes the angular visuals and shadows of German Expressionism, but adds eye-catching, beautiful primary colors to create striking sets and costuming. There's even a surrealism to the characters' dialogue and delivery, coupled with an intentional choreography to their movements, which compacts the otherworldly feel. These aspects are reminiscent of a stage play, delivered with dynamic cinematography and editing. I highly recommend Dr. Caligari. This is one of the most distinctive and gorgeous movies I've ever seen. Next up, Eaten Alive. You've probably seen The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but have you seen Hooper's brilliant follow-up from 1976? Bathed in threatening red lights, Eaten Alive feels like you're trapped in a dour, oppressive plane of existence with desperate characters. A Louisiana bayou hellscape with monsters, both animals and human alike. With brilliant performances from familiar faces in the horror genre, including a standout showing from Marilyn Burns, Eaten Alive is one you need to see. Eaten Alive has a similar subject matter and comparable gritty atmosphere to my next recommendation, which is Last House on the Left. This one is not for the faint of heart. It's Wes Craven's controversial 1977 debut, and it's a perturbing exploitation-styled send-up of Ingmar Bergman's The Virgin Spring. In short, escaped convicts kidnap some girls hitchhiking to a concert, and things go sour from there. Last House's off-puttingly bright color grading and costuming join to elevate the visual artistry, which contrasts with the disturbing content. The gutting editing, effective acting, and unnerving music work in unsettling unison to overwhelm and upset the viewer. The last movie I'm going to talk about today is 1990's Singapore Sling. This is a Greek horror movie drenched in neo-noir aesthetic. It uses those noir conventions, including a voiceover narration and gorgeous black and white cinematography, for an unconventional story. It features skillful and unique performances from the three leads, staged with a haunting soundtrack and ambient wind sounds, which elevate the uneasy atmosphere. It's about a seemingly psychotic mother and daughter who kidnap a wounded detective, and things unfold from there. And just a heads up and content warning, this one has a lot of puke. You should probably vet this for yourself. It's definitely a disturbing one with artistic merit. For its taboo topics, it's very high quality and not trashy. And so those are some of my favorite new to me horror movies that I've seen so far in the year. Leave a comment if you've seen any of these or if you decide to check them out, and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.